Hello everyone, this is Rishi PhD. I'm a mom and a nerd running a business solo, which means that some days I feel like a CEO and other days a vending machine dispensing snacks and emotional support. That's why I would be wearing a soft and warm mom nerd type shirt during this talk. Hi everyone. So have you noticed that when we move a toddler's toy to a new place, it becomes a new toy for them? The object doesn't change, but the context changes. And yet it feels completely new because their brain learns through context and it's playful prediction. And adults actually do the same thing, just with jokes. For example, how to refresh old routines by setting them in new contexts, using the same punchline but new premises, and your relationship will thank you. And by the way, punchline is a line that flips the normal expectation for the situation. Premises, which is the scene, topic, situation, example, gym culture, grad school, and parenting. And somehow it feels fresh every time. And that's because humor, like play, is a little prediction game. Your brain expects one thing, gets another, and rewards you with laughter. In parenting, the premise changes every 5 minutes. Say, my toddler is manipulating the system, aiming for something she wants, but endlessly generating new premises. That is, in grandma's room, in the bathroom, in the living room, in a car. This is one of the best jokes I wrote with ChatGPT. Situation. My toddler is basically running a multi-agent reinforcement learning experiment. First, she goes to grandma for 5 minutes of 小红书 short videos. Grandma says, you have to pee after, okay? But it's prepaid screen time. She ignores the contract. And the second situation, then she comes to me, no words, just takes off her pants, sits on the potty like, we both know the protocol. Because in my lab, she only gets the phone if she starts by sitting on the potty. I didn't teach her manners. I taught her API integration, which means knowing the exact steps to unlock the system without understanding the system. So it looks like she's obedient. She pees, grabs my hand, and goes, let's go dance, which means let's go watch dog dance video on YouTube. Punchline. At this point, we realize she's not learning politeness. She's A/B testing our parenting models to maximize screen time. And we're both failing QA. This is Rishi PhD. I'm a science writer and AI strategist. What I've learned during all my projects. We don't have time to become an AI engineer, but we need an AI as an appliance, like a microwave oven. You push the button and something helpful comes out, and you go back to life. But the fun part is, we can use AI to make our everyday life efficient and everyday routine more playful. We can use ChatGPT to think more deeply, not less. And we can use it to understand our kids and ourselves with more softness, letting it expand what we can imagine, analyze, and express. And I'm sharing these experiments through my new podcast that's called the Struggling Nerdcast and the Chaotic Mom Nerdcast. You can also find how I use ChatGPT to write this conference talk script that you are listening to with all the behind the scenes struggles. I'm also working on how AI can support parenting psychology, why kids melt down, how emotional regulation could develop, and how to respond with empathy instead of panic.